On May 22, 2025, around 7 p.m., police responded to a report of gunshots near 8 Mile and Centria. A 911 caller said they heard shots and saw a car crash into a building. When officers arrived, they found a black SUV crashed into the front of a building, but no one was inside the car or the building. After looking into it, police learned that a shooting victim had already been taken to the hospital by a witness who saw what happened. The victim was identified as 26-year-old Trayvon Gardner, better known as Detroit rapper Skilla Baby. Police found out that another car had pulled up next to Skilla's SUV while he was driving down 8 Mile, the same road made famous by Eminem. Back window of the other car rolled down, and over 20 shots were fired. Skilla Baby was grazed in the head and back and shot in the hand. After that, he lost control of his SUV and crashed into a building. Fortunately, the shooters didn't get out of their car to finish the job. They drove away, and police still don't know exactly why Skilla Baby was targeted. However, videos from bystanders quickly began to show up on social media.
Dog just, bro, he just blew that.
News reports said Skilla Baby was in stable condition and recovering in the hospital. Just 48 hours after getting shot, he was back on stage performing with 42 Doug, wearing an arm sling and still holding the mic. He wanted to show everyone that whoever did this didn't stop anything. Truth is, Skilla Baby has never been a stranger to violence. If you follow Detroit rap beef, you might know he's had a long-running feud with a rival rapper named GMO Stax, allegedly short for gang. Members only. Stax is also from the west side of Detroit and is part of a group made up of different cliques called DWBI, which stands for Don't Worry About It. Back in 2022, a video leaked from a recording studio showing Skilla Baby facing off with 5 men, one of them being GMO Stax. The two started to fight briefly before the video cut off. After that, Stax went live on social media, showing off 2 chains that supposedly belonged to Skilla Baby, including a memorial piece.
GMO, everybody, don't worry everybody. Any nigga ain't none of that. Nigga. Yeah, shout out my SB niggas too. Wait. I'ma fuck me. Hey, put the light on that bitch. Let me see how hard it is. Let me see how hard this shit. All eyes be in that cash.
Oh, shit. That nigga shit. What? Damn.
Skilla shouldn't play with them tweakers.
He say y'all some little niggas.
Hey, Skilla shouldn't play with them tweakers.
He say y'all some little niggas. Look at these little niggas.
Stax shouted out GMO, saying don't worry about it, and kept dissing Skilla Baby, even after Skilla had already been shot before the robbery. Security camera footage showed that even when he was outnumbered, Skilla Baby didn't back. Down off-camera, shots were fired, and Skilla was hit in his side. He later showed the scar from that gunshot while doing a cooking show with Ari Fletcher.
You ever been stabbed before?
Ooh, no.
No?
I got shot though.
For real, where?
On my side. Was it the grave?
Let me see.
Went through. All the way through clean? Yeah.
When a rapper gets their chain snatched, it's like an athlete getting injured. It can ruin their career. Skilla Baby didn't hide from what happened. Made it clear that he stands on business, and reminded everyone that he had to be shot before they could rob him. The incident didn't slow down his career at all, especially since he kept it in the streets and never really talked about being shot in detail.
I was watching the Leave It in the Streets video, and you had your whole side bandaged up. What was that?
I got shot.
Yeah, but like that recently? I didn't. Have you talked about that in an interview or anything?
No, not for real.
What happened?
I got shot.
If anything, Skilla Baby proved he was really about that life and had the mindset to keep moving forward. But things started to go off track when pride got involved. Skilla did a no-jumper interview where the chain-snatching situation was the main topic. Not long after, a fight video surfaced showing Skilla swinging first. GMO Stax was there too, and you can hear someone in the background yelling GMO as the fight went on. Skilla held his own, throwing punches, and actually has a few fight clips where he looks like he can really fight. Another video later came out showing Stax getting tossed around, while someone off camera can be heard asking, "Where's the pole?" Skilla Baby later posted a screenshot of one of Stax's embarrassing moments, keeping their beef alive. 1 year after Skilla was robbed and 2 years after his no-jumper interview, Stax got his own interview, where of course the robbery was brought up. Not long after, the two started throwing shots through Instagram stories. Then Skilla Baby dropped a bomb on Stax. Posted, "Imagine knowing someone about to drop a diss track and you can't even hit the studio to respond because you're on house arrest for criminal sexual conduct. SMH, your little freaky ass belong in jail. Stax fired back, saying Skilla was making things up and even claimed Skilla ran to the police out of fear. Said when police arrested him, the first thing they did was bring up Skilla Baby. Stax also said the streets don't respect Skilla because he makes songs for women. Skilla clapped back with, "Imagine being on Instagram posting angry paragraphs about someone while he on a plane sneak dissing you to this white lady in first class drinking mocktails." Stax replied with, "Imagine having to move out of town because you can't walk around your own city without her me pulling up on you." Stax made it clear, if he found out where Skilla was, he was showing up. Rumors were already spreading online that Stax was involved in Skilla being shot and robbed, especially because of the surveillance video and the fact Stax posted Skilla's chains afterward. Even though Stax kept trying to ride the clout, Skilla was clearly the bigger artist. Skilla ended it by posting Stax's full name and his criminal charges: 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct, 1 a misdemeanor, 1 a felony, from October 2024. Then in February 2025, Stax was hit with 3 more charges. The internet started calling him GMO Diddy on Reddit. Nobody knows the full details, but it definitely sounded bad. Still, don't get it twisted. Skilla might make music for women, but he knows how to diss too. Just 3 months ago, he dropped Freaky Pit, where he went hard at GMO Stax. According to Wayne County jail records, Diari Kata, aka GMO Stax, released on a $100,000 bond. And on Wednesday, May 28th, an Instagram blog called Detroit Hits posted that GMO Stax and DWBI Baby Press had just been arrested, along with a video of the arrest. Later, DWBI Millie, who goes by Millie Rock on IG, posted a story about Stax saying, "You never listened to me," with a sad face and broken heart emoji. At first, Detroit Hits claimed Skilla Baby was attending Bryce Underwood's prom send-off when this all went down.
Guest that we have is Bryce J. Underwood. How you doing today, Bryce?
Good.
Okay, I just want to really introduce you guys to a young man, a very young man, that's actually going to be something special. What team will you be playing with this year?
I'm going to bring my talent to the Michigan Wolverines.
I'm Bryce Underwood, future quarterback at University of Michigan. Yeah.
Bryce went to Belleville High, roughly 30 minutes away from downtown Detroit. According to Detroit Hits Skill, Baby was spotted and followed by DWBI Millie the day after the shooting. Stax would leave a blood emoji on Millie's page, and a ton of comments would accuse Millie of shooting Skilla Baby. But with the arrest of GMO Stax, it would appear Stax may be the one that's about to be charged with attempting to kill the rapper, if that's the case. And there's the motive, a long back and forth history of dissing and violence that stemmed from the robbery of his chains, and the continued beef as one career blew up while the other clung on, trying to keep from fading. We'll just have to wait and see how this case plays.
I'm gonna lie, Skilla Baby is blessed, and a lot of people were talking about the prayer that he posted on his Instagram, and come to find out, it's just the type of guy that he is. It's not like he's out there being a savage and then one day decided to pray and then the next day he survived an insane shooting. They actually say he's a good kid. He has a lot of love for Detroit and he does a lot of things for his city, even though he's beefed with the police and they shut his shows down, whatever. But when you have somebody like this who's clearly clout chasing, trying to ride the wave and trying to make himself a part of anything you do in Detroit, that's why they say the best thing to do is move away from your hometown, because everyone's gonna try to attach themselves to you. And it's always gonna be negative, it's always gonna weigh you down. We don't know if GMO Stax did this. From my understanding, I thought he was actually incarcerated, but apparently he made a bond and then just got arrested. I don't know how that works. From what I was looking at, it said he had a bond, but either way it go, now a video drops of him actually getting arrested, and I guess we just have to go on that. But if he actually gets charged with the shooting, he gotta be one of the dumbest motherfuckers after this long ass history of them beefing. The littlest piece of evidence that ties you in, and it's literally like, oh yeah, well, now we know why you did it. It's clear cut, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but young dumb motherfuckers gonna do what they're gonna do, right? So it is what it is. He's got some freaky ass charges. I don't know what's up with that. You know, I haven't seen the paperwork on that. I don't know how you get hit with criminal freaky conduct by force or coercion. But we'll just have to wait and see how everything plays out. I'm glad genuinely that Skilla Baby is okay. I'm not that familiar with his music, but nobody wants to keep seeing people die, especially people that are doing good and not bringing that shit amongst themselves. Skilla was a victim of a robbery. Stood on business while he was by himself against multiple people, stand up dude, and then kept it pushing after the fact. That's respectable, and I hope everything, turns out in his favor. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, or y'all rocking with me.